Baby, 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 you driving me wild, you driving me so crazy. Got me acting out, got me tryna stay sober. Wanted your love and I'm out here hungover. You made me wanna take you to London, Paris. Times were cherished. No comparing to you. Keisha, Karen, Megan, Sharon. Girl, I swear that it ain't fair that all the pretty girls, they got nothing on you. They got nothing on you. Yeah, all the pretty girls, they got nothing on you. They got nothing on you. Girl, you know you cute. 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 Yeah.
You're a pretty girl, stuck in a pretty bad world. Oh, you got the nerve.
Let the truth be told.
Hey friends, hey, welcome. You are tuned in to Conversation with Boy You Know. Boy You Know, I let the truth be told. On different topics, I give you encouragements, advice. I take some advice too. But you don't be want to engage with me. So, I don't know. You don't like me or something? You don't like my videos? I don't know what's going on. But, how y'all doing? Welcome to another conversation. And on here, I educate you, I entertain you, and I empower you to change your mindsets. Okay? To change your mindset, because the way this war is going, one person can't change it. We all got to put in the effort. Because now, conditions has been put into place. Things need to be rearranged. Yes, things need to be rearranged and put right back into places. Put back roles where they need to be. I said it. Put back roles where they need to be. Let them play the roles that they need to play. Okay? Alright? And they're gonna snatch me up. But listen, let the truth be told. Alright? Let's put things back into order. We all have to put in the effort. We all gotta put in the effort. And conditions have made us comfortable. So let's get out of our comfort zone, people. Let each play the roles we were supposed to be playing in the first place. I'll let the truth be told, okay? So, on here to this conversation, we'll be talking about social sensitivity. I know you're like, what is social sensitivity? Like, what's she about to talk about now? What is she saying? Social sensitivity. Yes, social sensitivity. Let's talk about it. If you don't know what it is, I don't either. I made it up. For real. Social sensitivity. Social meaning like we socialize with other people. We out and about, and sensitivity is our emotions, our feelings. Like social sensitivity. I guess that's a word, isn't it? Yeah, you let me know. I think it's a word. Okay, it can be a word. So, social sensitivity. How well can you read? Read from head to toe. How well can you read non-verbal cues? How well? Because you know what they say. Actions speak louder than words. Actions speak louder than words. And if the actions is not in alignment with the words, then I was just clearing my throat. Second, actions is not in alignment with the words, then something is just not right. They have to match. So, social sensitivity, I'm going to use me for example because that's the only person I can feel safe using without anybody feeling some kind of way. So, Let's keep it safe. I'm going to use me for example, and I'm going to attach a photo of myself and just tell me the emotions. Give me emotions that the photo shows. Like how well can you read my emotions in that moment? But the fact that you pick up the non-verbal cues without them even trying to explain anything to you, because sometimes it's not the same. Others are really polite, and although they may not be feeling their best, they'll try to perform the best. Even though they're not feeling their best, they'll try to perform their best. And I guess, like they say, you gotta fake it until you make it. I don't like that saying though. I don't like it. Don't fake nothing. No. Heal. Deal with it. Include on it. Handle it. Settle it. Talk about it. To yourself. Do something. Handle it. Resolve it. And then you move on. If you can't resolve it, that's the main reason why you should move on. You can't resolve it. It's not in your hands. It's not in your will, your power to resolve it. That is the main reason why you should move on and leave it alone, because it is not in your power to change it. So why are you mad about it? Or why are you stressing yourself out? Why are you stressing out about it? So enough of the chit-chatting. Let's talk about social sensitivity. Social sensitivity, in my opinion, like I always mention, it is my opinion to be sensitive. I mean, really sensitive with who we share information to. And you need to read the body language. You need to pick up on those cues to be able to know the difference. Know who you're talking to. Like example, use me once again. Like for example, if I want to talk about my parents, my mom and my dad, I'm not going to talk about it with a stranger who don't truly know them or even have love for them, because they're going to form a whole different interpretation and change the narrative for what I was trying to even get across will be misinterpreted. So the social sensitivity now come into place that if I was to call one of my sisters and talk about our parents, it's more appropriate because they know it's out of good faith. They know the love is there. They know all those things, and they know that it's not coming from a bad place. I was to tease one of my parents, and I'm gonna call my sisters. I'm not gonna call a stranger. I'm not gonna call a stranger or anyone else who have not developed love, connection, relationship, or even know them, like their personality, to know like, oh, they didn't mean anything by this, or that's just their character, that sort of things. So social sensitivity come into form. You need to really be mindful of who and what you're sharing information to. You truly need to be mindful of that, because it have caused a lot of rackets, and sometimes you don't even know like how it even form about. You just like, oh, I don't know why this person is mad. I don't know why the guy. You don't know, because what you were trying to get across, or what you were trying to explain, or however you was feeling, by communicating to that person did not deserve, or it wasn't appropriate to do it with that specific person. Because first, like I said, the foundation have to be built. There have to be, a solid ground. When you explain something to someone, it have to be on a solid ground. You have to know, like, this person knows it's not from an evil place, it's all for the games, or you just venting. It's not something that is longevity. So social sensitivity, we need to be very, very mindful of who and what we share information to, because it can cause separation, it can cause confusion, it can cause misunderstandings, and you don't even know it. it's just subconsciously feeling like, oh, because such and such know each other. Still, it have to be a solid ground. The love have to be solid. The connection have to be solid to the point where the person not going to be judged by a condition, or they're not going to be, their character is not going to be changed by a condition. Because if the love is not there, if the foundation is not solid, that means whatever you're telling that person, it's going to change their mind, it's going to change their behavior, it's going to change the whole relationship with the person, because the love is not there. You're not talking with someone who have the same solid ground that you stand on. You have to be mindful of that, because that can cause division, confusion. It can even cause you to lose a valuable relationship, and you may not ever get back. Up on nonverbal cues, pick it up, and if you're going to share information with somebody, let it be with someone that is solid with the other person too. Let it be a silent based relationship where you know, like, whatever you say, it is not going, that person is not going to be judged by the condition. That person's character is not going to be condemned by the condition. It's just because it's just on the surface of the matter. Be mindful. I feel like this is something we really need to talk about as a community, because not a lot of people pick up on some things that are obvious. You know what they say? Common sense is not always common. Sometimes it's period. It's not always common. You know what they say? So we all need to be mindful of social sensitivity. We all as a community, we need to be mindful of the conversations that we have. The conversation we have with other people, for us, is conversational. But who are you talking to? Who are you talking to about the third party? And that's what you need to be mindful of. Who are you talking to? And the person who you're talking to, what connection, what relationship do they have with that person? If they have no connection and no relationship, absolutely they are going to form their own interpretation of who that person is, and they're going to judge that person based on the condition. They're going to use that to characterize that person, and their character will be formed by their condition from that person. All need to be mindful of that. The conversations we have about people, it can divide. For example, I want to joke. Because I'm always joking with my mom how she talks a lot, she talks too much and all that stuff. I'm not going to call a friend about how much my mom talks and she talks so much and all that stuff, because now every time that friend sees my mom, that woman talks a lot. She talks so much. Oh yeah, she talks a lot. That's what's going to be in her head. That's the only thing that's going to be in her head when she sees that person. That person is going to be judged by a condition, not for who they are. But if I was to call my sister, we received the way it was intended, for fun and games, to laugh, to joke. It's not for any other means, like I don't like her or I'm not talking to her, or it won't be for any other hidden agenda. It will strictly be received how it was intended, as a joke. As a joke, fun. She will, yes, when mommy talks a lot, it will be received how it was intended. So we all need to be very careful of the conversations we have. It can cause people to redefine other people indirectly or even directly. So we need to be very careful on the conversations we are having with other people about someone else, because this is a small world. It looks huge. It looks big, but this is a small world. You don't know who knows who. You don't know where that person and them going to meet. You have no idea of the connection, the extension. You have no idea. So be on the safe side. Be mindful of the conversations you have. If you're going to have a conversation, let it be directed to the person that already have a relationship with that person, that the foundation is solid, so your message can be received in the way it's intended, with no other narrative, no other interpretation formed about that person's character based on a condition, or just based on simple misunderstanding, or whatever the case may be.